Welcome to the Enchanted Grove Legacy Challenge. So I wanted to make a legacy challenge that was naturey, magical, fantastical, whimsical, but still wanted it to be base game. I couldn't discover one that didn't include Realm of Magic, so decided to make my own. You can use your imagination and not use any mods if you wish. However, some of the generations require mods, so you would have to work around that. For example, one might be for a career. In the rules, we will get into that slightly later, but it does say you can use your own initiative to change the careers for each generation, as long as it still represents or is in line with the character. So if you do have Realm of Magic and other packs, I've added some options, but however, you can use whatever you deem appropriate. If I've got a generation that you think, actually, I really want to do this aspiration in this career for them because I think it really goes in line with their character, go for it, do it, have fun with it. I have linked my channel, which I'm assuming you know about considering this will be on YouTube, along with a tutorial of the mods. I am going to make a magical world for multiple reasons. Part of it would be an extension, and then another part would be just having a magical world where she originally came from. I think would be really cool. And then obviously my playthrough of the challenge. Obviously, make sure you familiarize yourself with the rules before you play. In the generation tab over here, there is a checklist, which means you can tick off what you do for that sim. So you can either go to file and print off the legacy challenge so you can check it. You can print off just the generation pages as well, or you can go to file, make a copy, and I've done a tutorial there on how you can make a copy and add it to your own drive. Got the rules, so use the mods in the mods tab. These can probably be worked around, but the required mods will make it a lot more fun. So there is an elf mod, a fairy mod, and things like that. You will start on either a 50x50, 50x40, or a 64x64 lot, and you will not move for the rest of the challenge. Once you're on the lot, cheat your money down to 0, and outside from that you may not cheat again. Again, this is more for how I've written the rules. If you want to explore the challenge, if you want to add cheats, things like that, that is more than okay. Also, things like move objects and stuff, I'm not counting. I'm more on about like motherload. For each generation, you must get the maximum promotion in their career, and you must fully complete their aspiration. You cannot go to the next heir until this is done. You may change their career and aspirations as long as it's in line with their character. So you're not going to have someone that is gloomy and, really defensive and more of a spiky character be a teacher at a play care centre, Like, make sure it's in line with the characters. Your heir must be mythical. It can be a goblin, an ogre, an elf, a fairy, anything like that. And it can purely just be through creative sim objects. You can just make yours green and be done with it. So it doesn't matter too much, but your heir must be a mythical creature. The other children can be human. So if your first heir has 2 children, at least one of them needs to be a mythical creature. So because I am extra, I have added some extras. So there is a playlist, both copyright friendly and non-copyright friendly. Please use these at your own discretion. I have checked using Tube Pilot to see if it is see if it's copyright friendly. But obviously there's still a chance you get caught, not caught, but there's still a chance you could get in trouble, things like that. I have added this music credits thing for you to put at the end of all of your streams or in the descriptions if you are using that playlist, just so you're aware. I also have a Pinterest board dedicated to the challenge alongside Tumblr and a Reddit thread. These are the quote-unquote required mods. So you don't actually need these again. I've written the rules around these, so you specifically need them to play as I've written it. But you don't have to use it. So like the fairy mod, you could probably get away with, just not using it. I, however, just think it'd be a lot more fun to use it. You've got things as well that says it requires a pack. If it does not say it requires a pack, it is not. It is base game friendly. These are recommended mods, so it's things like loading screens, medieval wallpaper for your phone, different aspirations and traits, careers, things like that. You then have got your generation, so you've got this little intro thing, and then you've got each generation on a separate page. So, you are a magical creature born and raised in another world. You've always wondered what the human world was like, and why everyone around you belittles them. You've decided you want to see them for yourself, believing that everyone deserves a chance, even monsters. When you speak about this to your family, however, they wholeheartedly disagree. They said if you go to that world, you are to never return. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you start packing as you make your way to the new world. Everyone looks at you as though you're some kind of freak, but really they're the weird ones. You keep your head high as you make your way through this world, only to find all your possessions stolen aside from the clothes on your back. You're about to give up when you see an old lady who needs help to cross the street. You go up and offer your assistance, and she politely agrees. As you help this woman, halfway through she suffers a terrible fall. You go with her to the hospital to make sure she's not alone, and as she lays there she tells you how she has no one in her life to help her or give her company. She tells you that her rundown cottage is yours, as she cannot keep up with it anyway. Sadly, that night she passes away. You leave the hospital to the address she gave you on a slip of paper, only to find a barren land. You decide to make this your home, and so your adventure begins. So then you scroll down to the first generation, which is Lavender. Your founder is a magical creature that wants to make a safe haven for other creatures alike in the mortal world. They are deeply connected to nature and want to see it flourish. They are the first in the family to live in the human world, so they are not only poor but alone. Their traits are loves outdoors, cheerful, and creative. These traits, if you have the more traits mod that I've recommended, you can have whatever ones you think as well would benefit, or you can have just the basic 3. Aspiration, friend of nature. This is a modded aspiration from one of the mods, or freelance botanist as a base game. Their career, they can be a freelance gardener or farmer, or one of the modded careers. So there's a historical horse care specialist, a baker, but this one requires get to work, or alternatively, you can swap the creative trait, or if you have the extra trait mod, just add it, the homemaker trait, and they can stay at home. I need to edit this. It says you start on a big one. 50 by... There you go. So you start your home on a big lot. You master the gardening skills and herbalism if you have outdoor retreat. You must create a lovely purple or lavender garden on your plot. You must build friendships with 5 neighborhood sims to spread magic. You must fall in love and marry a human, and have at least one child to carry on the legacy. So you move to generation 2, and as you notice, these have toddler milestones and child milestones. That's because you'll be playing these since baby, and you need to meet these before they can age up. So generation 2, Rose. You are the child of the founder. You love your family, but you want to explore more of your roots. You're a natural healer who wants to help others and is one of the most caring people around. Traits: good, romantic, art lover. Aspiration: chief of medicine, which is modded, or friend of the world. Career: freelance artist, or a doctor/surgeon, or a midwife. Toddler milestones: you must learn the hug interaction, you must reach level 3 in communication, you must develop a strong relationship with one or both of your parents. Child milestones: win or earn an award in art, Befriend 3 other children and always resolve conflicts peacefully. Plant a flower or plant and tend to it with a parent until it grows. No, plant a flower or plant and tend to it with your parent until it grows. Master the painting skill and create a gallery of magical paintings. Grow a garden of roses and gift them to anyone who may need a pick-me-up. Befriend a sim with gloomy or mean traits to change their outlook on life. Raise your children or child with the core beliefs of kindness and beauty. Now this goes on for another 10 generations. So you have Basil, who are brave, fierce, and a strong moral compass. Marigold, who's an outgoing, self-assured party animal. Willow, who is a quiet, reserved, but perfectionist, and they want to write their family stories. Clover, who's an adventurous, outdoorsy, and non-committal sim. Sage, who is a playful and cheeky sim that wants to spread happiness. Fern, who is a gloomy but good sim. They want to explore both dark and light magic. Iris, who is a spiritual sim. They have romantic, creative, and lazy traits. And then you've got Time, who is the Gen 10. This is the official end of the legacy, and they harness the generation's worth of love, growth, and wisdom. I am looking at potentially adding an extension, so this would be generation 11 to 20, and it would be your going from the grove back to the magical world to discover your roots. I have added all of the Creator Sim items I have downloaded personally. This isn't all of the Creator Sim items I have, and it's not necessarily all ones that I believe will fit really well with this challenge. For example, these knee-high fox socks, which just looked really cool. I have put them all here, however, just in case you wanted to download anything that I probably will be using. There is also one for furniture, as due to it being base game, not got a lot of furniture that would suit the sim very well. But yeah, that is all. Let me know how you find the challenge, how you enjoy it, and if you're looking at potentially playing it yourself. And I'll see you later with hopefully my Creator Sim or my house building